All right. All right. Well, hello, everyone. I want to welcome you all to the North Texas Lone Star chapter and the STC South Central Texas chapter Roundup. I'm Jamie Sagan, and I'm the president of the South Central Texas chapter. And before we begin, since we have a nice crowd, why don't we go ahead and introduce each other? Just, say who you are and what chapter you belong to and anything you'd like to share about yourself. Yeah, we have time to do that. And then because our program itself is not very long, but it's very informative. So I'll go ahead and start. Jamie Sagan. I live in San Antonio, Texas. I've been a member of STC since 2007. I've been a member of the South Central Texas chapter since about 2019, 2020. And I'm really excited to be here and to see everybody. I work for HEB, so for those of you who are up in Dallas, it's coming soon. In fact, the Plano store is opening tomorrow, and with a lot more to come.
Awesome. I guess I'll go next. Hi, everyone. My name is Addison. I currently serve as the vice president for the North Texas Lone Star chapter. We also have Faith, I believe, who just logged on, who's our president. I currently work for Field Routes, which is a field service software company. So if you've seen a lawn truck, a pest control truck, we do software for that, and I write the documentation for that. So
cool.
That's me. Nice to meet you all.
I'll go next. My name is Bob Blunt. I've met several of the people on the call tonight in person. I wanted to especially say hi first to Cindy Powell, who's a friend and has helped me, and we worked together on a couple of things. I met Jamie from San Antonio at some of the summits. It's good to see you, Jamie.
Likewise, Bob.
Thank you. I met Erica at one of the summits. Good to see you, Erica. I met Lori Meyer. It's good to see you, Laurie. I'm glad you're doing well. I hope everything's good. And Donna's in our chapter, and of course, I know Faith. I know Addison, and so I'm just really glad to be here. I've been in STC since 2013, and I was the chapter president for 2 years. I'm on the board, and then I'm in charge of the corporate sponsorship and also anything to do with trying to gain some money for the chapter, like virtual meetings, virtual workshops, and so forth. So I'm just really glad to be here.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Was it my turn? I can go next.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Faith Peralta, and I'm, as Addison said, the current president of the Lone Star chapter. So I'm super excited to be here for this collaboration. Thank you so much, Jamie, for collaborating with us.
My pleasure.
And hosting. Well, let's see, what do I work? I work for a company called FinThrive, which is a technology company in the software healthcare industry, sorry. So I write online help and release notes and things like that for various software applications that they make.
Oh, and awesome. Where are you located, Faith?
Oh, I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Nice.
I can go next. Hi, everyone. Yeah, hi, everyone. I'm Royce. I am based in Houston, Texas. I've been with STC South Central Texas for a few years now. And I serve as a director, mainly focusing on email communications to talk about our events and different things that we have coming up. I work at Google as a technical writer. Currently, I'm writing documentation for the search team. So Google search, when you search, pizza restaurant near me, the things that pop up, that's what I document. It's good to meet all of you.
Likewise. Thank you, Rice.
I can go next.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Cindy Powell. I don't have a webcam, so you can't see what I look like right now. That's okay. I'll look different the next time you see me. Anyway, I am a member of the STC South Central Texas. I have been a member for over 20 years here. I'm an STC Associate Fellow. I also work on the TC bot or the TechCom Body of Knowledge Committee. And I work with Apex Systems as a contractor on assignment at Halliburton. And I've been there for about 5 years.
Awesome.
That's me.
Thank you, Cindy.
I'll go next.
Go ahead, Erica.
Hi, I'm Erica Frensley. I've been involved with STC South Central Texas and STC Houston for longer than Cindy Powell. She's so young right now. I've served as president, vice president, director. Currently, I'm director, focusing on the website and managing the STC South Central Texas mini conference, which we hold in spring. I work at a company called Blueware, who does seismic analysis software. Really cool company. We have a big branch in Norway, and I'm still hoping to make it to Norway at some point on a work trip.
Cool.
That's it for me.
Thank you, Erica. Okay, we just have a few more people. Go ahead, Allison.
Hi, my name's Alison Edwards, and I work for Edwards Technical Writing, which is my own little business. And I'm in Victoria, BC, on Vancouver Island, so I'm in a totally different time zone. And I'm in the time zone that means I have to get up earlier than everybody else to join in any meeting anywhere in North America. But so I've been a member of the Canada West Coast chapter for a couple of years, and now I'm a member of the Rochester chapter and the South Central Texas chapter. And I do social media for both of those chapters. And I recently did a lot of social media for Spectrum. So if you've seen like stuff about Spectrum on social media recently, that came from me.
Awesome.
So the kind of technical writing that I do is very business oriented, and right now I mostly do RFP responses, so proposals as applications or bids for government contracts.
Nice. Thank you, Allison. All right, who wants to go next?
Well, I can do it.
Go ahead, Noel.
I guess.
Go ahead, Noel.
I'm Noel Atzmiller. I am in Spring, Texas, which is just outside of Houston until Houston gobbles us up. I've been a member of STC recently for about 8 years or so. I'm a member of the South Central Texas chapter. I had a couple of positions. I've been a treasurer, and now I'm the recording secretary on the admin council. I've worked in various industries. Right now, I'm working as a contractor for a company called Shea Writing and Training Solutions for producing oil and gas related documentation.
Great. Thank you, Noel. Okay, we just have a few more people that haven't gone yet.
You'll have to call them out by name, Jamie.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna call
can go
Christina. She just turned her camera on. So Christina, you're
Yes.
next.
Hi, I'm Christina. I am coming back to the technical writing profession after being a stay-at-home mom for several years. I think the last time I was a member of STC, it was 2005. So
Welcome back. Welcome.
Anyways, I recently started working again as a technical writer, and I thought I'd look up STC Houston, and I found the South Central Texas chapter. So I'm just here to see what it's all about.
Awesome. Well, welcome, Christina. Okay, I'm gonna call on Donna.
All right, I'm Donna Cunningham. I'm probably closer to Noel Atzmiller than I realize because I'm in Tomball, Texas, which is just outside of Houston.
That's within spitting distance. That's right.
Exactly. We could probably throw rocks at each other. I also work in the oil and gas industry. I do some technical editing, video scripting, proofreading and editing, and then I also write RFPs. And I've been in STC since about 2018.
Nice. Welcome, Donna. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Lori.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lori Meyer. I have been a member of STC for, well, more years than I want to remember sometimes. It's in the decades now. I started out in the Rochester chapter. I used to live in Rochester, and I moved out here to Northern California to get a job with a software company. And I've changed jobs since then, and now I am working full-time at a cybersecurity firm documenting a very complex but very interesting cybersecurity product for enterprise level businesses. So that keeps me hopping. I have been a volunteer in many chapters for several years. I had to step down from those roles because I am now serving as a director on the STC Board of Directors for a 2-year term that ends in 2024. I am also chair of the STC Community Affairs Committee. And Jamie is one of the members of the CAC this year. And if you want to know more about the CAC, feel free to contact me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Please feel free to do that. I am a member of South Central Texas, even though I don't live in Texas. But I'm a member of many chapters where I don't live, so that's nothing new to anybody. In fact, I am a member of 14 STC chapters.
Wow.
So, it's really fun to get to know these communities, and I'm looking forward to learning more about North Texas Lone Star as well. So, it's great to be here. This is a wonderful chapter. I went to the mini conference last year. This chapter adds a great deal of value for its members. So, I think you all have a lot to be proud of. So, looking forward to this session today.
Thank you, Lori. And I consider you and Allison honorary Texans because you don't have to live in Texas to be a Texan.
Okay, I'll take it.
And finally, we have Amy Toole. We were just going around introducing ourselves. Feel free to do so if you'd like to.
Sure. Hi, I'm Amy. I have joined, I think I've been to one more North Texas Lone Star chapter meeting. I am based in just outside of McKinney, near the Dallas area.
Oh,
I recently graduated from the University of Central Florida with a master's in tech comm. So I have been involved in the Florida chapter of STC for a couple years. So there's a couple familiar faces. I've seen Lori around. Hi, Lori. So I work right now as a tech writer with defense contracting. I've been at the job for about a year. I'm learning a lot. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm still pretty fresh to TechCom, but yeah, it's been good just building the network and meeting more and more fellow professionals. So I'm happy to be here.
well, we're glad you're here, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So what we'll go ahead and do now is, okay, but Buddy had to make an appearance. He wanted to say hi as well, but we're going to go ahead and then start our slideshow. So basically what we're going to do is have a nice little welcome, and then each of us will let y'all know briefly what our benefits are of the chapter, like what you can expect when you join, or if you're already, for most of us, we're already members. It's just a nice reminder of what we offer. We'll also share some announcements of things coming up, and then we'll have some fun. So without further ado, so that's what we'll cover. So basically, so what does being a technical communicator in Texas means? And Addison, thank you so much for putting this slide together, because it really ties in who we are as Texans and honorary Texans and embracing the diversity of this land. So as you can tell by the first bullet, we have a lot of diverse landscape, from the piney woods of the east to the Texas Hill Country, West Texas, all the pretty desert areas, and the coast and the brushlands. So it's a beautiful, diverse land. And in fact, I like driving. When I drive into Texas, you see the sign that says Orange 11 miles, El Paso 800 something miles. So we have a lot of landscapes, peoples, and cultures, and it's reflected in a lot of things that we do and see. And we love our homegrown brands, including Whataburger, Dr. Pepper, my favorite, Southwest Airlines, Buc-ee's, Bluebell, Chewy's, Schlotzsky's. In fact, I'm craving Schlotzsky's right now. Whole Foods, Alamo Draft House, Torchy's, and I had to include that HEB. And not only Texas is diverse, but as we've heard in our introductions, we're a large and diverse group because we deal in a lot of different fields. We work in a lot of different professions, and technical communication covers so many different areas, from online help to training, just everything really. We do a lot of different work in different fields. And of course, we're passionate, bold, self-reliant, and friendly. And I tend to agree with that. And I like what Addison put here about building connections and bridges across our internal communities. And this is what we hope to do from here, is to form that bridge. And it's especially easy since we've been depending more and more on virtual communications over the past couple of years due to the pandemic. It's been easier for us to build those bridges. So that's how, Allison and Lori get involved. Even though they don't live in Texas, they still feel that kinship to our chapters. And even within Texas, a big diverse area, North Texas. What does that area cover? Dallas, Fort Worth. Do y'all cover any other major areas?
That's kind of where we've been so far. We definitely want to look to expand. But yeah, that's mainly where we're covering for the present.
Gotcha. And like with South Central Texas, originally, the STC Houston chapter, and then the San Antonio and Austin chapters, as they folded, they merged into each other, and then they merged with the Houston chapters. So now we cover 3 different cities. So a great majority of our members are in Houston, but we do have some in Austin and San Antonio, myself included. So it's just wonderful of us being able to use technology to build these bridges and connections to be with each other, because we wouldn't be able to meet in person like this on the spot. No. So is there anything else you'd like to mention, Addison or Faith?
No, I think this is a great coverage of like, what does it mean to be a technical communicator in Texas, or if you're someone who identifies with those like Texan values while working on your technical communications. Yeah.
Agreed.
Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Faith.
I just said I agree.
Absolutely. And so now we'd like to segue into the benefits of being a member of the North Texas chapter. So Faith and Addison, go ahead and please share.
Yeah, Addison, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first, or what would you like?
Well, I'll let the president take it away, and I'll cover anything else that we have.
Okay. This list is very accurate. We do, in our chapter, we try to have at least 1 webinar a month, and they are very inexpensive. We just have a 3-tiered pricing system for non-members, members, and students, very affordable for students. And then we have a really stellar mentoring program. Our mentoring, I call her the mentoring coordinator. I don't know if she knows that I call her that, but Donna, maybe, I don't know. But Agnes and Donna actually together run our mentoring program, and it is amazing. And I think they're in their 3rd semester right now. It's a fall and spring semester program, and it's super beneficial. I've been to kickoff meetings, and I've been to the they had last spring, they had like a mentoring retrospective at UNT, and I got to hear testimonials from the students that were the mentees, and it's very meaningful. I'm super proud of our mentoring program, and I do nothing. They do everything. Donna and Agnes, and they do everything. So it's really, really cool. And it's open to anybody. You could be a professional and be mentored. You can sign up to be a mentor if you're a professional. Students, graduate students, anybody who's interested in learning more about what it's like to be, you know, in the technical communication field, or just having someone to talk to about things you're unsure of. It's really a cool thing. Networking and social meetups such as this, yes. That's one of my favorite parts, is getting to meet people and meet new people and see the same faces. Allison, I remember you from the Rochester Spectrum Conference a couple of weeks ago. It's nice to see your face again. It's just neat to meet people that are in your same industry and that have their own experiences and that you can vent to, or you can, you know, be excited about something with, or communicate job openings to, things like that. I love that. And I did not know that STC existed until about 2018, I would say. So I have really enjoyed that aspect. And when there were positions open on the board, I was like, let me help. How can I help? So that's how I got to be the president this year. It's been really fun and a learning experience that I'm very thankful for. Let's see, culture committee, woohoo! Addison and I have created our own little North Texas Lone Star Culture Committee, and we did a couple events this summer. We went to some museums in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We tried to keep it very Dallas-Fort Worth themed. So we ate at Mi Cocina, which is a Dallas-based restaurant, and that was really fun. I know Bob, we went to a museum in Dallas one Saturday, Bob and Addison and I. It's just a lot of fun to try to explore the culture in the place that you live as technical writers. And we may or may not have been critiquing things that were written up in the art museum, but that's kind of fun too. And then our holiday gathering is one of my favorite things. It's kind of the year-end commencement of, well, that's just exactly what it is. The year-end commencement of the year, and awards are given, and food is eaten, and merriment is had, and it's hopefully cold outside. And it's just a fun sort of, you know, send off, closing, one of those words, of the new of the current year, and then moving forward into the new year. So I really enjoy that too. Addison, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, we're definitely, as far as the mentoring program, we're definitely looking for mentors. So if you're interested in mentoring students and new professionals, and even professionals that are transitioning in their career, and giving them some advice, it's been a great program. I've served as a mentor and then also as a mentee as a new professional. So if you're interested, definitely reach out to, we have Donna here today, or also Agnes. And then we also have a link on our website if you want more information and you're curious about serving as a mentor.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're not limited to being in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So any one of us could be part of the program if we want.
Yes, and we're also a part, like a lot of our events. I know we have some people that are outside of the central time zone, but considering how many virtual things are going on, definitely follow our social media, and you can get twice the events and twice the fun for signing up for our events as well. So, and vice versa, North Texas members, definitely check out what the events that the South Texas chapter is doing as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Allison. So y'all have a lot of things to offer, and of a special interest, you know, to me seemed like the mentoring program. And then I love your idea of having a culture committee, because it's really nice to get to know your area, to get that bond with your geographic area. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And so now I'd like to go ahead and share some of our chapter benefits of being a member of the South Central Texas chapter. So one of the first things that we offer is the CPTC exam reimbursement. So for those of you who get your technical communicators certification exam, we'll cover half the cost of the exam once you submit your reimbursement paperwork. So we have the information on our website, including the application form. And it's a really great, I mean, since the test is like a couple $100s anyway, this is a good way to recoup some of those costs back. We also offer free webinars and workshops. So like the North Texas Lone Star chapter, we try to offer programming once a month. We do take the summers off, to kick back and relax, but we do like to offer at least a webinar a month, whether it's educational or informal networking. And as Erica mentioned earlier, we have our annual South Central Texas mini conference in the springtime. So in the past, it had been in person, but for the past few years, it has been virtual to invite more people to join. So we offer free registration for our chapter members for that event. So it's a great way to spend a Saturday to, learn from your fellow technical communicators and to be able to interact with everyone. So this past year has been really educational, just learning about different things and just, gaining new perspectives. And even if you don't get to attend live, you still get access to recordings so you can view them at your own leisure. We also, during the mini conference, we also raffle off STC Summit registrations. So for those who would like to attend the summit, they have a chance to do so. Now, of course, we don't cover the travel or anything like that, but the registration fee, that's a pretty significant portion of the cost. So we like to be able to enable people to go. And next year, it's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. So it won't be too far for many of us. I know for some folks, it'll be across the country, but for the most part, it'll be just one time zone away. Another offering that we have from our chapter is our award-winning TechCom Office Hours Discord community. So we started this last year as part of reach out for our for our students and for younger folks who tend to use Discord to for gaming or other purposes. We decided, well, let's go to where people are. So we created this TechCom office hour. So it's basically where you can ask questions about TechCom and people can interact. And sometimes we'll operate channels on events. So when we had the mini conference, we had a channel going on chatting about that. And same thing for Summit, because several of us had gone to Summit in Chicago, or technically Rosemont. We were able to meet up and just chat about our experience. We also offer networking and social meetups. We do them virtual and in person. In fact, we had our first in-person meetup since last year, this past summer, and I actually came into Houston to attend. And even though there were only 3 of us, we had a great time. I had a wonderful time hanging out with Erica and Noel, and it was just really fun getting to see them in person. And I got to explore a little bit of Houston culture too, because I went to the Natural Museum afterwards and checked out a couple of the parks during my stay. So it was a wonderful weekend getaway. But ultimately, we like to be able to offer in-person social meetups in our other areas too, in Austin and San Antonio. But the challenge is getting the people to be able to coordinate that, and also overcoming the pandemic, because even though the pandemic is mostly over, it could resurge because the cold months are coming up. And I put cold in parentheses in quotes because it does not feel cold yet. But once the weather starts getting colder, we may have resurgences of COVID or the flu or what have you. So we just want to remain cognizant of that, but also at the same time be able to see each other in person as we're able. But in the meantime, we do have virtual opportunities in which that will not stop us. And finally, we have several volunteer opportunities. You can gain valuable skills as you embark upon your TechCom journey, whether you're starting out or beginning again, or you've been at it for several years. So we like to think of volunteer opportunities as a chance to test out new skills or new ideas in a safe and fun environment. And I must say that we have a wonderful admin council. Everyone's been extremely helpful and just hardworking, and we couldn't have a successful community without them. So thank y'all so much for being there and for doing all the hard work in planning these programs and spreading the word. And so now it's time for some announcements. So Faith and Addison, are there any special announcements you'd like to share regarding any upcoming events or special things that we need to know about?
We do have a unique webinar in October that is not up on our Eventbrite yet, but it will be soon. One of our very own chapter members, Zora Mutabana, who has a TechCom podcast, is going to be talking about being a TechCom podcaster. And STC has also asked her to speak, but she's also going to speak for us. So I'll send you the link when that's available, but that's going to be really interesting. Her podcast is really neat. She's got 3 seasons now. She interviews all kinds of people from technical communication, talks about different topics relating to technical communication. So it'll be really fun to hear her perspective on creating what I think is potentially the best TechCom podcast out there.
Wow, I have to check that out.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
It is called, let me find it, not off the top of my head. Hold on, it is called.
It's called Inside TechCom.
Inside TechCom.
With Zora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I like to check that out.
Yeah.
I've got an announcement. This is Bob.
Go ahead, Bob.
In November, we're planning to have Andrew Davis from the San Francisco area do a webinar for us, and topic is going to be the opportunities for API documentation. He had given this workshop about 3 or 4 years ago. It was absolutely the best workshop I've ever seen. Not workshop, but the best webinar I've ever seen. It was like 100%. The entire hour was full of tips and how to get into this business and what the pay is. And I mean, absolutely, utterly amazing. His workshop. I mean, his webinar. So I'm really looking forward to doing that again. We'll make sure that y'all get the info on that. We're also trying to set up an API documentation workshop, like an all-day, 8-hour virtual workshop. And we'll been in touch with a couple of people to present that, and we're going to let y'all know when we get that settled. And we're also going to try to do some other workshops on WordPress, and did one on UA, but we're going to do another one on UA also. And so that's kind of what we're planning to do. Then either this year or next year. We're trying to get the API one finished up this year. It's hard to find people that do it because those people are so busy, but we're working on it.
Cool. That sounds exciting. Thank you, Bob. That sounds really exciting. And especially, I mean, even though I've never worked with API, I mean, from what you describe, it sounds like this would be good, even if I've, not familiar with the topic. So this is really cool. Thank you. Anything else y'all like to share before we share our announcements?
Well, go ahead. We're going to have another section, but I had some other suggestions, on how we could cooperate with each other, but should we do that later on in the program? Yeah,
we can cover that because this was like the last section before we go into our informal networking. So we can certainly cover that in probably just a few minutes, in fact.
Sure.
All right. And so we have a couple of announcements first. So first of all, we are about to release our chapter survey. So we wanted to survey not only our chapter members, but also people in the surrounding areas to find out just various behaviors, what's appealing about being part of a chapter, why, especially to our unaffiliated members in Texas and surrounding states, we want to find out what would make them want to join a chapter or why they haven't joined it. So it would help us provide further insight into our community. So we're going to be sending out that link to members shortly. And for those of you in North Texas, if you want to take the survey, we can share the link with we can share it with Addison and Faith, and they can send it to y'all, to the members. But it's basically to get feedback on what we can do to better improve our offerings and to help serve our members, because we're here for y'all. And then our second announcement is and I just had it written down. It's like, it's just been a crazy day. We will have a webinar in October. Laura Tellis will be talking about DITA. And as soon as we have the information about that event, we will share that on our Eventbrite and share a link with y'all as well. That way y'all can get the information. And I remember the final thing. We're looking for candidates to be part of our, this is a call for candidates to be part of our admin council for 2022, 2023. So this is a wonderful opportunity to develop your leadership skills. So if you'd like to be part of our admin council, be part of the election process, please go ahead and shoot me an email. I'll put it in the chat in just a second because I can't talk and type at the same time, or at least intelligibly. But we'll be sending out a call for candidates via email very soon. And this is a wonderful chance again to develop your leadership skills and to work with an awesome bunch of people. So that's it from our end. And so now what I'll go ahead and do is, now that we're at the informal networking part of our program, I'm going to turn off the recording in order to maintain for privacy reasons, and also just so it helps us talk freely. So let me just go ahead and stop the recording now.